On FM, on the station app, and on DSTV channel 836. This is East Coast Radio. Newswatch.
News just in, there will be stage 2 load shedding from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. tonight. Eskom Sikunati Mantanza says the utility has a generation capacity shortage. Electricity demand is also high as many South Africans try to keep warm today from the freezing cold.
Unfortunately, a generation unit each at Tutuka and Medupi power stations were forced offline this afternoon, increasing the capacity constraints on the power system. Further, a unit each at Medupi and Tutuka that were expected to return to service this afternoon have now been delayed. Breakdowns currently total 14,100 megawatts, while planned maintenance is 2,924 megawatts of capacity.
The National Funeral Practitioners Association says mortuaries are bearing the brunt of the unrest with scores of bodies still unclaimed. Yesterday, KZN Health MEC Nomagugu Simelane Zulu revealed that 128 of the bodies are at the Phoenix mortuary. NAFUBA President Muzi Hlengwa says they are starting to feel the impact of last week's violence.
We are indeed worried about the backlog. The capacity there is 500. And by saying they've reached the capacity doesn't mean that these are all recent bodies. We all know that there are paupers and other bodies that were there. We all know that there is another backlog at the Home Affairs as well, because last week it was not easy to move.
The DA and civil society organisation Accountability Now will introduce 2 private members' bills to Parliament for the establishment of an anti-corruption commission. The bills are proposing amendments to sections 181, 192 and 194 of the Constitution to enable the creation of another Chapter 9 institution. They say the commission will not be in competition with the NPA, Hawks or the Investigating Directorate, but to supplement them as an independent body. And Norway's Prime Minister has called for the country to stand up against the hatred that killed 77 people a decade ago. Today marks 10 years since the attacks by right-wing extremist Anders Breivik. A memorial ceremony has been held near the government headquarters in Oslo, where Breivik set off a bomb that killed 8 people. He then went on a shooting spree at a summer camp for left-wing youth on the island of Utoya, killing mostly teenagers. Breivik was sentenced to 21 years in prison in 2012. His sentence can be extended indefinitely. Durban and Richards Bay 17 tomorrow, Pietermaritzburg 14.
So here's what's coming up in your sport. The SA under-23 football side go down to Japan 1-0 in their Olympic opener. Louis Oosthuizen hoping to put his disappointing Open Championship behind him. And the Chelsea Sharks announced their side for their Currie Cup clash with the Cheetahs this weekend.